Hey, what's going on, guys? So in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about what to look for and what to expect when you're buying a 1JZ. In my case, I bought a 1JZ vvti. So I'm going to go over a little bit about what to look for, things that you should know. And I am by no means an expert when it comes to JZ motors. I just know enough to get me by. So here is my 1JZ vvti. This is how it came to me. I haven't moved it at all. Still on the pallet. Still has the wire holding it down. I'm currently, if you watch my other videos, I'm currently working on the body of my car that this is going to go in, a 280Z. But I wanted to make this video just to show you guys what to look for and how it's going to look, maybe coming off the pallet for you. So I'll just do a quick walk around. There's the single turbo, big ugly intake and exhaust here. It's got some little bit of kind of like, not pitting, but kind of like rust on this valve cover. I think that's going to come off. And I saw that in the picture, but it was okay. It's got the R154 transmission, and it's got the extended shifter on it. So there's that. So I'll just do a brief walk around and then I'll start talking about it a little bit. There's the ECU. Okay, so what made me buy this one? I don't know. I really liked the top cover of the vvti. There's not really much difference between the non and the vvti. The vvti is a little bit, it has a quicker power brand, but other than that there's not too much difference. But I'm sure there's gonna be people who are like, oh my gosh, there's so much difference. They'll be able to tell you all about it, but leave that for them. I would say the biggest thing to look for when you're looking at these is to look at this right here, ETCS. This is what you want. There's models that have the ETCSI, and you don't want that one because that means it has a fly-by-wire or a drive-by-wire. Basically what it means is it's going to be really hard to get to run outside of the original car. It's going to be hard to wire up, and there's a lot of things in the ECU that will cause it to not run right if you don't have that drive-by-wire figured out. So a lot of people do the delete. So if you can just avoid that fly-by-wire, it'll just be easier on your part. Now I'm sure there's going to be people who are like, oh, it's no problem, you just got to change this and this and this. Well, all the forums told me to stay away from it, so that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I did. Otherwise you'll be replacing this whole throttle body with a different one like this. So look out for that. Maybe you need to do some more research. But the next thing, probably not that big of a deal, but I did a lot of research on the fan. This is just the fan that comes on it. They also have a hydraulic fan. They said kind of stay away from that one if you can, because it's got hydraulic lines, and if you can get one with this, you're better off. What else? When I'm looking at this, so when I got this, I of course looked everything over. I didn't really know what to look for, but I mean, I just kind of glanced at everything, and I noticed that I'm thinking this is probably, yeah, this is the water-cooled or antifreeze-cooled piping for the turbo. I see that it's kind of creased here where something might have hit up against it. Is that really a big deal? Not really, because I'm going like aftermarket manifold and turbo, but that's something that you might want to look for if you're going to keep this setup and maybe complain, you get some money back. I'm not sure if they would have given me any money back, but I didn't say nothing. Oh well. So look out for that. It's got the motor mount on there. You definitely want to look at the oil pan to see if it's been like dropped or dented. I obviously can't look at it right now since it's sitting on there, but once I get up in the air, I'll look at it. Look at that, look down here. One thing that I had to buy that I really had no idea was a MAF sensor, which is kind of like it's like a round airflow sensor that would go on here or somewhere on your intake. It didn't come with it, so that was about $60-70 to buy that. So see when you're doing your research on this to see if it's going to come with that sensor, because I mean that's just another cost that you'll have to add to it. What else? There was something else that didn't come with it that I needed. I'll think of it later. Now I haven't done anything to this motor. This is just how it came right from the shipping company to me. The one thing, so I mean I did do one little thing, but it hasn't moved. I took this off, and this would just come off with, I mean, these bolts here just hold this top piece on, but then you've got a bolt here, and just two in the back or something. But then this comes off, set this down, but then you've got where you can see the coil packs and the spark plugs. What I did was I put some fogging oil down in the cylinders to lubricate them, and each one, they sell fogging oil at just Walmart. It's basically meant for marine motors that are going to sit for a while, but they're good for all motors. But you spray that down in the cylinders, and then I did each one, and then I cranked it over a few times to lube up the cylinder walls. Who knows when the last time this thing was started or how long it sat before it came to me. And I'm not going to be working on it for a while, so that's why I put that in there just to keep it good for when I do start it up. So that's good. Here you can see the vvti gear. Stay tuned. I'm going to be rebuilding this, putting a new O-ring in there, so stay tuned for that. Here's that look at it. What else? I've got another belt for this, since I'll be getting rid of the AC, so you got to get a right size belt. I'll show you guys that in a future video. Other things to look for. Oh, here. This is another thing you want to look for. This is the the igniter. This is the igniter for the injectors and the coils. So this is about $100. So you want to see that, you want to make sure that this comes with it, because I mean these are just added costs to an already expensive motor, basically depending on what kind of transmission you get. So I got the R154, so yeah, that's pretty expensive. Make sure you get this. That's about a $100 bill. And then I mean when you get it, inspect your wiring. These are just grounds here, but look over your wiring. Make sure it's not cut in any places. I got to do a little bit of research of why that's cut here, but that just might be a body harness. We'll see. Here's the loom for the the ECU, and I think these are all just sensors that came off the car, but all the ones that plug into the ECU are here. I mean, make sure you get an ECU, so you want to look into that. Another thing I noticed was it's kind of leaking back here at the valve cover, which is no problem. I'm going to replace the valve cover gaskets on it. I'm going to basically do a refresh on it. Of course, you want to do that while it's outside of the car. I mean, it just makes things so much easier. So I'm going to replace that. Now for transmission, there's like three. I mean, you got the W58, but talking about R154s, there's like three different types that I know of. There's maybe more, but this one's got the extended shifter. There's a shifter that basically comes out like up here, and you just want to see if that's going to fit your application, see if somebody's done it before. I know in my car, the 280Z, you kind of want it to be back here. This is where it's going to come out the best place in your car. And this thing here can be pretty expensive, so I'm not sure if you can buy one that's short and then elongated it. You probably can, but that's going to be expensive, so look for that. I know there's one that looks just like this, but it's got like a bar that comes to the back. There's a few subtle differences in these that you can look at, but there's that. I mean, just check for any kind of abuse or anything. Check to see, make sure it's got the slave cylinder on there. But just overlook the motor. I'm sure I'm forgetting some things of what to look for. I kind of talked about what I looked for when I'm purchasing this. They claim that it's got around 50,000 miles. So they also had a compression test of this motor on their website. So can I really prove that this was the motor that they were compression testing? Well, they had this number here in the video and this number here in the video. Sure, they could have wrote that on any motor and did the compression test, but they had it with this video. So I mean, what can I do? I just got to believe it. So so that's that. Just wanted to show you guys. If you guys have been watching my videos, I hope you're enjoying them. I just hit 100 subscribers the other day, and I'm super happy about that. So I thought I would go ahead and do a video on my 1J. What's going to be going in the 280Z. Be sure to check out the whole build on this. I'm going to be doing the Gretty timing belt, Brian Crower cam gear. I'm going to rebuild this cam gear, powder coat it. Turbo manifold, big turbo, ECU, E85. That's pretty much it for now. I'll probably be doing cams and whatnot later, cams and lifters and springs, but not yet. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got a more in-depth look of what 1J looks like and kind of the wiring along with it. I hope it helps you out when you're looking for your own 1JZ. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.